What's up, Raider Nation? It's a wonderful day. Also a very chaotic moment in Raider Nation. We still don't have a head coach. Our starting quarterback is posing as if he's not on the team anymore. If we're being real, he's probably not on the team anymore. But the Raiders have the first overall pick, which naturally people are going back and forth on what we should do. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. I go by Millennial Raider. If you're into Raider content like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So it finally happened. After years and years of suffering and tanking and not tanking, we finally have the first overall pick. Meanwhile, in college sports, we have Fernando Mendoza, who is the hottest quarterback prospect since Shedeur Sanders, right? Now listen, I wish this stuff was as black and white as people made it seem. I wish drafting a quarterback first overall automatically meant, boom, we're back.
We're back! Classic!
But history tells us it doesn't work like that. A lot of Raider fans want Mendoza. They want to sing the song, they want to do the dance, they want to have that little moment. Fernando. Such a great song, right? Then there's the other side.
I don't know if they're ready for that. There's so many holes. There's no young quarterback that you're just going to insert,
Right.
unless they fix other things.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Trade it. Look at this goof. Who does he think he is? All right, yes, that is me saying trade down. Even for me, it's not that simple, right? Because I remember Reggie McKenzie, I think in like the 2013, 2012 draft, we had a high draft pick and he traded down. We ended up with DJ Hayden. Now, DJ Hayden quite didn't work out for us. I was very excited with the thought of our front office and what they were trying to do versus actually what was executed. But the attempt was very appreciated, right? Gave me hope that someone is thinking in the future versus just all the eggs in one basket. Shout out to Reggie. Some fans are saying that the Raiders are a little bit traumatized from drafting Jamarcus first overall, which could be true. For me, I'm not a fan of college sports. I haven't really got into it. When I get into something, I got to be 100% in, and I've never had that desire to be 100% into college sports, right? One of the reasons why is I feel like college football is so lopsided that you'll see a prospect who's destined for the NFL versus a guy that isn't a prospect who's probably going to be a 24-hour fitness trainer, like after, right? When there are quarterbacks breaking these crazy records, I always think to myself, how much of that is actually translating to the NFL? And so I'm not saying that Mendoza is a bad QB. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he's not worth the first round pick. What I'm saying is there might be some dogs later on in the draft that their stats aren't exactly screaming off the stat sheet. Let's not forget, the best quarterback in Raiders franchise history was drafted not in the first round, but in the second round. Now let's talk about the actual Raider roster. The Raiders still have holes to fill. Yes, quarterback is the most important position on the team, but it's important that you fill it correctly, not fast. What is the point of drafting Fernando Mendoza if he's just going to have to learn to throw the ball from his back due to our offensive line? What is the point of drafting Mendoza and throwing 3 touchdowns a game when our defense is giving up 4 touchdowns a game? It doesn't make any sense. Now, some people reply, we'll just build in free agency. For me, I don't believe it's that easy for the Raiders where they can just build in free agency. Yeah, we got a lot of cap space. We've been giving that money to old washed players. And if you have a player here that's just here for the money, do we really want that guy? I don't think the Raiders' presence in free agency is as strong as people think. You just go down the list. I know I said this before, but Davante Adams came to play with his best friend. They released his best friend that same year. They held on to him for like another year, right? When they traded him, they pretty much got crumbs for him. Josh Jacobs, he got an offer from the reigning Super Bowl champions, Chiefs, for more money, and he went back to the Raiders and said, I'll take less guaranteed money to stay with you guys, just I'll earn the rest. Raiders just let him walk for nothing. Derek Carr, all-time franchise leader, treated him like garbage, let him walk for nothing. He got $150 million like the next month, right? So there was value there. We just didn't want to trade. I don't think Carr proved the trade. Either way, the way it was handled was horrible. Jacoby Myers, asking to either get paid or be traded. The Raiders did neither until the trade deadline. We ended up trading Jacoby. Do you really think Jacoby appreciated that trade? Do you think that him wanting more money or him wanting to be on another team and the Raiders just made him risk his health for all these games for pretty much no reason until they can finally get something out of it? Do you think that's a good feeling for free agents? I don't think that's a good feeling for free agent. Christian Wilkins, allegedly, we're taking away his voided money. What free agent is going to be like, yes, sign me up for that team? I don't think it's just as easy as building in free agency. So, getting to this first overall pick, this is where I officially stand. May not be popular, but this is how I feel. If you're going to draft Mendoza first overall, we got to trade Max Crosby. I love Max Crosby, right? He's been a great player for us. He's one of those iconic players. When you think of the LA Raiders, you think of Marcus Allen, Halby Long. When you think of the Oakland Raiders, you think of Charles Woodson, Rich Gannon, even Tim Brown, right? When you think of the Las Vegas Raiders, you're going to think of Max Crosby. He's that iconic. He's also an Iron Man. But that wear and tear is real. Okay, I believe Max Crosby's got like 1 or 2 more years of this elite pass rushing. I don't want us to wait like we've waited all these other times to get these trades done. Let's trade him now. Let's draft Mendoza. Let's use those picks we get from Crosby to actually build a team for the future, right? Instead of all these get rich quick schemes of trying to win now, but it really never works. If you're not going to trade Max Crosby, then we got to trade that first overall pick. We are banking on us basically pretty much killing it in the draft, killing it in free agency, and boom, we put a team together. When that's never been the Raiders' reality. Maybe in 2015, 2016, we had that reality, but we're far from that, and we got to build back to that. So that is my opinion on this first overall pick. Let me know in the comments, did I cook or am I an idiot? Make sure you like, comment, and share. I am out. Peace.